They could if you're speaking. Oh, right? Answer yes. So I'll be watching.
Welcome to Manchester. We're here at the National Basketball Performance Centre getting ready for tip-off between the Manchester Met Mystics and the newly crowned WBBL trophy winners, the London Lions. I'm Caroline Bullock. I'm here with Adam Masters and we're going to be with you throughout the game. So London coming off that big trophy final win just over 48 hours ago against Nottingham, where Kennedy Leonard was crowned MVP. So the starting five for today's game will be for Manchester, we've got Nicolette Vonlooky, Georgia Jones, Hannah Shaw, Vanessa Accra and Sophia Song. For London, we've got Shanice Beckford-Norton, Cassie Breen, Chantel Charles, Kennedy Leonard and Paige Robinson. And we will be underway here in just about a minute's time.
Yeah, this no.
So Adam, we saw what Kennedy Leonard did against Nottingham on Sunday. We saw what Cassie Breen did. What are they going to do today? What are they going to bring? Is there any slowing this team down? One league loss all season?
Well, I don't really know because they've obviously come off a huge victory on Sunday, so they're going to be really psyched up about that. Kennedy was spectacular, obviously. It's going to be one of two things. They're either going to be feeling a bit of fatigue because they've had a lot of travel in the last couple of days, or, which is the dangerous one for Mystics, they're just going to be flying high. I mean, you can listen to them now. I think they're psyched and ready to go. So Mystics are going to have to really try and wear them down early on and try and get the advantage there from a fitness level, I'd say.
And Manchester coming off a couple of big wins against Oaklands and Cardiff in the last week. They've got a bit of a home stretch. This is the last home game before they're away on Saturday. Has that helped them?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when we spoke to Helen after the game on Saturday, she said that it's nice playing at home and you know, you sort of feel that you get into a rhythm playing on the same court. You're on your home court, so they've really got to just feed off the energy they've had the last couple of games. And I think that they're going to have to come out strong in the first quarter and make a statement to these hungry Lions.
Okay, so we are about to get underway here in Manchester. We've got Hannah Shaw and Paige Robinson going up against each other for the tip. And we have Manchester playing in blue. London will be in white today. Tip is up. and London will come away with it. Leonard to Norton, ooh. And Norton manages to keep that in. Paige Robinson with the first points on the board for London. Manchester looking to answer back here. From Lukey, looking to pass inside. Drives baseline, passes off to Shaw, and Shaw will power in and get the bucket. Sophia Song drives to the basket, puts it up, no good. Green to Leonard. Leonard pulls up for three, and it's too short. Green's there for the rebound. Robinson can't quite finish. Hannah Shaw's open for a long shot. That will be just short, and London will try and take the lead on this possession. Leonard for three. No good, but Robinson's there for the rebound. Back to Leonard, and Leonard gets the drive and trophy final MVP, Kennedy Leonard gets on the board with 2 points. And a steal. Leonard can't quite keep hold of it, and that'll stay with Manchester. Leonard leading the league in steals this season. Leonard leading the league in steals this season. So I think we are just waiting to see what the official's decision on that play was. It looked like an out-of-bounds possession for Manchester, and it will stay with Manchester. That's the decision. So Jones open on the baseline, puts it up, and it's good. Georgia Jones for two.
She's feeling it already.
And London will lose control down the other end. 4 points Manchester, 4 points London, with 7 minutes 38 left to go. And we will take a timeout while the teams talk things over.
Well, what do we say about that high energy start? Both teams have come out wanting it. I mean, London, they've got to be riding high at the moment. I mean, they were so good on Sunday. Do you know what? I really got to just shout out Jasmine Joyner, though, because seeing a player go down like that in any game is horrible. I was talking to Mikey last night, Mikey Hanson-Morris, who knows her well, and he said that hopefully the injury's not as bad as they thought it was, so hopefully we're going to see her back out there soon. But we've seen that Nottingham team so many times this year. If Joyner's playing, it's a different game.
Yeah. Completely. And all our best wishes to Jasmine Joyner, because you, like you say, you hate to see it. You absolutely hate to see it.
But that's not to take anything from how good this London team are. I mean, this London team is special. And,
absolutely. And what a turnaround they've had since last year. 0-16 last year, 8-1.
That's the crazy thing. Last year, London, the phrase you used was your night off, you know. So they just weren't getting it going. Whereas this year, they've come out, you know, much like the men's team. They've got this new look, this new attitude, and they're now the team to fear out there.
Absolutely, and let's see what Manchester can do against them today. So Sophia Song inbounds to Georgia Jones. To Leonard, guarding from Lukey. seconds to shoot. Manchester need to make a shot. Song to Accra in the corner. Accra shot no good. Leonard is in control for London. Nice pass inside to Robinson, who will get the foul call and go to the line.
I think we could have a pretty physical ball game on our hands here as well.
It looks like it could be. And Kennedy Leonard, the league leader in assists this season as well. So Robinson's first shot will just run out. And the second just rolls in. So that will give London a 1-point lead with 7 minutes to go. Jones to Shaw on alone under the basket. Shaw banks it in. Robinson just loses control, and that will be end line London. It will stay with London. Oh, nice pass from Leonard inside. Norton guarding Jones. Jones looking to work off the screen from Song. Inside again to Hannah Shaw, and Hannah Shaw will bank it in. 6 points for Hannah Shaw on the Mystics. Cassie Breen pulls up for 3. And that is why Cassie Breen is the leading 3-point shooter in the league. 10-8 Lions lead.
What's a good thing to see is that we're really starting to see Hannah Shaw play like Hannah Shaw. Games like this, she needs to come up big.
Yeah, her presence inside is really what the Mystics need. Fong Lu Ki driving. Accra's there, pulls up, no good. And Leonard is on the way for London. Robinson inside against Hannah Shaw, gets her own rebound and puts the basket in. And you can hear the chants of defence on the London bench. Song working against Charles. There will be a foul call on Kennedy Leonard. That will be her first. And Sophia Song will take a seat for Manchester as Helen Naylor comes into the ball game.
Helen Naylor, the MVP of Saturday's game, Bondi Bowl player of the game. She loves those Bondi balls.
She does.
Yeah, now she's got a taste for them again. When Helen Naylor gets into a rhythm, good things happen.
So London with a 4-point lead here about halfway through the first quarter. Mystics will be wanting to keep this close around the game.
Definitely, they're going to want to keep it so that there's no more than, I'd say, maybe an 8 to 10 point swing either way for both teams. They're going to want to keep it right in there, nice and tight.
This London team are a team that can score quite quickly when they want to. The Fong Lu Ki drives, pulls up, scoops, and
Nicolette playing the 5 again.
Focus shot from Nicolette. That will be an out of bounds call on London. Fong Lu Ki Looking inside. Needs some help. Naylor's open. Big block on Fong Luki, but she gets the ball back and Leonard is out on the wing for London inside to Charles Robinson, and they will get the basket. Shaw thinks about the three. Passes off to Jones. And another steal from London. Robinson, Leonard and Charles on the break again. And Chantel Charles. GB International drops that in.
As always with any WBBL game, huge presence of GB. We're going to start our new stat from the next game of how much GB, how many GB caps, how many medals, how many international players have we got on court. It just every night, every team that comes to Belle Vue, you just add to our new stat line of amazing achievements for British basketball.
Night in, night out in the WBBL. That's what this league's about.
It really is, and you know, it was great that they got to get the good feature on Sky Sports on Sunday as well, because it's time that people sort of woke up to the WBBL.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like having the BBL back on Sky is getting people interested again. Some of the figures that I'm hearing are amazing. You know, it's sort of 70,000 people watching BBL games. So if we can tap into, you know, half of that for the WBBL, and people realise just how much talent there is in this league, not just British players, but overseas players, Europeans, you know, American players.
Absolutely. I mean, we've got Cassie Breen here from Michigan.
Sure.
She is phenomenal this season.
Phenomenal, and obviously, like we said, Nottingham, Chelsea Shumpert and Jasmine Joyner are both American players that played at college together. So.
We are back underway with 3 minutes 45 left in the first. Manchester looking to cut into London's 6-point lead. Naylor for three. Naylor can't hit. And Accra tries to save it, but it's no good. So London coming up first. Green pulls up for three, and it's good. Cassie Green with the second three of the game. Manchester looking to cut into this 9-point lead. Five on the shot clock. Accra, no good. Ballsley. And that will be another shot clock violation for Manchester. Leonard goes all the way. Can't get the ball to drop, but she will go to the line for two.
And Vanessa Accra just doing what she does, hustling, putting her body on the line, no fear. I think that's what you need in games like this. Is it's an intimidating thing, seeing the London Lions playing the way they are at the moment. So you've got to have those players, which Mystics have got. You know, Vanessa's not scared of anything. Georgia Jones isn't scared. You know, that's what makes games like this so exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've seen this. You know, we've seen this Mystics team a lot fighting a lot this season.
Yeah. Rosie Hines checks in. I want to see more of Rosie Hines. I think when she comes on, she just brings like another level of energy. You know, so when Nicolette sits down, we don't lose that energy.
Well, Leonard hits the first. And from the line for Kennedy Leonard. Ines Goranova coming for London. Hines to Bracker under the basket. Bracker drops it in. First points of the game for Mia Bracker. And Stephanie Ume will go to the line for London. will be the second team foul on the Mystics, and that was called on Mia Bratka. Umea knocks down the first. And that will give London a 10-point lead with just under 2.5 minutes to go in the quarter. Manchester looking to answer back. Bratka's under the basket. Can't get it to drop, but Bailey's there. Another steal for London as Beckford Norton goes 1-on-1 against Georgia Jones.
I want to give a quick shout out while the free throws happen to Kim and Luke, who is the mum and partner of Jamel Anderson. And another link to that is obviously Jamel Anderson, the fiance of Georgia Jones. So, good evening to Kim and Luke.
As Beckford Norton knocks down both free throws, and the Lions now have a 13-point lead. Jones pulls up for three. Georgia Jones, no good. And Manchester struggling a bit from behind the arc early on in the game. Green pulls up, and that's just short. And we have a London player down with an injury. We'll just take a moment for her to get seen to. So we will just take a quick break. And we'll be back here within a minute. So don't forget to like and subscribe to the Manchester Mystics YouTube channel, and follow the Manchester Mystics on Instagram.
Chantal Charles is getting helped off the court there. You just hate to see it, don't you? When the player goes down hard.
Any injuries, you just don't want to see anybody get injured.
It's every athlete's worst nightmare. So I hope she's okay.
So back in the game with just 1:40 to go. Naylor posting up, spins, can't get that to drop as well. Leonard back in control for London. She'll draw the foul as she drives to the basket. And that will be Kennedy Leonard's 6th points of the game as she knocks down both free throws. Manchester really looking to get something going on this offense. Jones to Bailey, puts it up off the glass, and that's good. Point lead London, less than a minute to go. And a big three from Goranova. Kennedy Leonard gets a steal, drives to the basket, and just loses control. And that is why Kennedy Leonard is leading the league in steals this season.
Yeah, I think Rihanna Obviously she went for the ball there, but I think she caught her at the same time.
Page screens to Leonard. Nice drive from London. First points on the board for Kuzmanovic. Jones trying to answer back, puts it up. Drop. Shaw's trying to grab the rebound, and it's just going to get knocked out of bounds and stay with Manchester. "19 seconds to go, 15 on the shot clock for Manchester. Jones pulls up from the shoulder, and it's good. 4 points in the game for Georgia Jones. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Going over drives, Shaw's there, and big block by Helen Naylor. 3 to shoot. Leonard pulls up, and no good. Ume puts the shot up, and will that count? Was that after the basket? And I think we will have a technical foul called.
Was it a bench call? Helen Naylor came in with the clean block. The ball came out.
And I think the officials just look to be talking something over. Well, while they do, we are at 32-16 London lead, and we will be back with you in a minute.
Get your hula hoop out or your skipping rope, anything that grabs your fancy, just as long as you're having fun. My name's Jen. I live here in London with my husband and my 2 children. I'm running around outside, and cycling them to school in the box bike is actually a really great way to stay active because they're so heavy and the bike's so heavy. I think it's really important for them to see, oh yeah, being active is a part of our lifestyle. It's just not some discrete thing where we go off to the gym and something happens and then we come back again. We're just fit every day. I started aerial silks because, well, if you could do any activity, what would you actually do? And I thought, do you know what? I really fancy climbing those silks like pink. I mean, that looks amazing. And I found a place and I thought, I'm just going to try it. If I totally suck, if it's complete rubbish, at least I tried it. Find something that you think is going to be crazy fun. You're not doing it to be the best. You're doing it because you enjoy it and it makes you feel good.
Go.
Okay, so teams are coming back onto the court for the start of the second quarter. We're at London 32, Manchester 16 after the first quarter. Paige Robinson leading the way for London with 7 points, and Hannah Shaw with 6 for Manchester. As Georgia Jones takes the free throw. That was a technical foul assessed on London just at the end of the quarter. Bailey looks inside. Jones pulls up for 3. That's no good, but Hannah Shaw taps the rebound but can't quite keep control. And London looking to increase this lead. Fong Lu Ki hands off to Song, and that won't drop. And that will be a foul on Hannah Shaw. So 32-16 Lions lead, 9 minutes 30 to go in the second quarter. Lions still looking fired up after that trophy win on Sunday. Kuzmanovic pulls up again. against Jones, and she can't get the little floater to drop. Jones for 3, and that's good. 7 points for Georgia Jones. Breen tries to answer back. Won't drop, but Fong Lu Ki's looking to slow things down a little bit. Decided not to go on the fast break. Bailey powering away inside. And that will be a 3-second call on London by the looks of it. So ball will stay with Manchester. As Kuzmanovic comes out of the game and Beckford Norton comes in for London. Bailey under the basket. Spins and puts it in. Manchester cut the lead to 11. And Clocker will be fouled as she tries to drive against Hannah Shaw. Oh, sorry, that will be on Rianne Bailey, that foul. Vanessa Accra comes into the game and Hannah Shaw will take a rest. Valentina Clocker at the line for London. First basket's good. Second is also good. And Clocker will get on the scoreboard. Jones, long pass to Bailey. Bailey going all the way and fouled by Clocker.
Good to see Rianne Bailey as well. She's been suffering with that injury for a couple of weeks, so she's looking back to being Rianne. Fearless, fit, strong.
And great to see her on the Sky Sports channel.
Yeah, what a great job Rianne did, yeah. I was talking to her after the first one that she did, and I was like, so what's it like knowing that like 9 billion people are probably watching you right now? And she's like, yeah.
So Bailey goes 1 of 2 from the line. 12-point lead for London. As Leonard slows it down a little bit. Breen pulls up from baseline, and that's good. Cassie Breen with 8 points. Bailey's inside working against Robinson. Kicks it out to Song for 3. And a big 3 from Sophia Song.
Well, we say every game, Sophia Song at some point is going to go off.
Absolutely, and we're waiting for it. We're looking forward to it. Pass inside, broken up by Accra. Song grabs it. And Jones in trouble, looking for some help. Bailey's all alone at the top of the key, and that won't drop. Leonard to Breen, and that is another 3 for Cassie Breen. That partnership between Cassie Breen and Kennedy Leonard is just something to see. 39-25 London lead.
This is about as far out as Mystics need to let the score on go.
And had an offensive foul call on Rianne Bailey there. So that will be London ball. Beckford Norton pulls up from the free throw line. Robinson grabs the rebound. Green driving, pulls up, blocked. Robinson's there for the rebound, knocks it down, and will go to the line for a 3-point play. And London really taking control here in the first half. 39-25, London lead. So Paige Robinson at the line for 2. 9 points in the game so far. Knocks that down, makes it 10. A 17-point London lead. Fong Lukey trying to get inside. Passes to Song. Drop pass to Bailey, and Bailey will be fouled. Goranova comes into the game, and Leonard will take a seat.
Just need to try to stay calm.
It's easy when there's a lead that's insurmountable to let it get away from you, but you just gotta, like you said the other day, it's 5, 6 baskets, you've got to chip away.
And that's it, yeah. And there's so many players on this team with offensive firepower. You know, Georgia Jones hits a couple of threes, they're right back in it. Helen Naylor hits a couple of threes. You know, Sophia Song will shoot from the outside, as will Rianne. But then when Hannah Shaw's on the floor, we've got to make sure that she's getting the ball in the high post and getting the easy buckets.
Song hits the first free throw. Two for Sophia Song. That takes her to 5 points in the ball game and a 15-point London lead. Beckford Norton Newry steps inside, gets her own rebound and puts it back in. And
yeah, so Accra just having a quick chat with the referee there. She didn't like something in that play.
Georgie Jones controlling the ball for Manchester. Manchester really looking to try and cut into this lead before half-time. Song pulls up for 3, no good. Beckford Norton drives, and that won't fall, but what a move to get to the basket. Song inside to Accra, and Accra will get the ball to drop and will go to the line for an and one.
That's what we need, hustle.
And that will be a foul on Beckford Norton for London, their 5th of the game, 5th of the quarter, sorry. And Accra can't quite complete the 3-point play. Beckford Norton pulls up for 3. That's short. And you look at the length of Paige Robinson, and that's a problem for the Mystics without Hannah Shaw on the floor.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, we've been talking about height mismatches all season.
Song to Naylor. Naylor with 2 to shoot. Helen Naylor puts it up. Doesn't hit anything, and that will be a 3rd shot clock violation in the game for Manchester. London's defence really going out strong.
Yeah. I actually thought that Robinson might have got a piece of that one.
So we got 44-29 London lead, 4 minutes to go. Turnover. Acra's there, puts it up, too strong off the glass, and it won't fall. Gone over inside to Breen. Puts it up off the glass. Cassie Breen leading all scorers with 13 points. Manchester really need to get their offense going. 3 seconds to shoot. Fong Luki drives and will get the basket and go to the line.
She just never ceases to amaze me. When Nicolette Fong has the ball at the top of the key, you know that something nasty is going to happen, and that was just the way she sort of penetrates the defence and just finds a way. And I guess with her being so small and nimble, she kind of rebounds herself off other players and gets the shot off. It's almost like she uses her size advantage against the bigs, and she comes up with the big baskets like that.
You know, and as a smaller player like that, you've got to find ways to do it, and she finds the ways to do it.
But then she'll hit shots from the outside as well.
So as we go into the timeout, we've got 3 minutes 22 left in the quarter. London leading 46-31. And Cassie Breen with 13 points in the game is the top scorer so far.
Mystics need someone to step up now and just, you say that Breen's on 13 points. Mystics need to find that person now to start adding the points to catch fire a little bit. Georgia, the highest scorer with 7 points for Mystics. Hannah Shaw on 6. But we saw it on Saturday. If Helen Naylor gets into that rhythm, there's not, you can't stop her. When Georgia Jones gets in the zone,
yeah,
you can't stop
it's a
her.
problem.
Yeah.
Fong Luki can't get the free throw to drop. Ball's back with London. Beckford Norton drives, and that is just short. Fong Luki's there.
Mystics got to get on top of these rebounds as well, on both ends of the floor, but especially on the defensive end. If they can get these rebounds and start the transition going.
The rebounding's been something that's been a bit of a difficult area for the Mystics this season. And that's to go along with the height, isn't it? That brings it together. So Hannah Shaw comes back into the game. And Jones, nice pass inside to Hannah Shaw.
That's what you need. A nice link up between 2 players.
And that will cut the lead to 13. Breen, she will answer back with another big 3. And the lead is back to 16. Song alone thinks about the 3, kicks it inside. Shaw pulls her up, and a baseline jumper for Hannah Shaw, which takes her to 10 points for the Mystics. Timeout called London.
Well, that's a good spell for the Mystics. So 2:20 left, 49-35 lines. If Mystics can just get some turnovers working for them, use the transition, because Mystics have got some quick players out there. If you get the ball to Nicolette Fong in the transition and somebody's there waiting, it's easy buckets. Like we saw Vanessa Acra miss the layup before. Those are the ones that you've got to be hitting, because London will punish them every time.
Absolutely, you can't be making mistakes against this London team.
No. If there's an opportunity, you better take it.
So don't forget to like and subscribe to the Manchester Mystics YouTube channel. All the Mystics home games will be broadcast on there this season. The next home game for Manchester will be against Durham on Wednesday the 31st of March. They are away at Leicester this Saturday. And like and follow the Manchester Mystics on Instagram at MCR_Mystics_WBBL. Okay, Okay, as the teams are coming back onto the court for the last 2 minutes 20 of the second quarter. Kuzminovic comes back into the game for London. That's a huge steal from the video for London. London really on fire from three-point range today. Point London lead, 1 minute 53 to go. Jones gets it out to Fonluki. It's out to Accra. Accra inside to Shaw, and that was a tough pass for Hannah Shaw to grab. Ume is under the basket. Kuzmovic's layup no good, but Ume is there for the rebound and will drop it in. 4 points for Stephanie Ume. Fonluki drives. Jonesy's three's no good. And London running up the score. Breen pulls up from the baseline. That shot won't drop. And Accra is there, tries to answer back, and she does. Vanessa Accra with a fast break.
She must have heard us.
50 seconds to go in the quarter. Beckford Norton drives and high off the glass, but that won't drop. Jones to Accra. Accra again under the basket, but misses that one.
Comedy of errors right there. I'm not sure. That looked like, yeah, Jeff Jones furious with that call. I could have sworn that that was a London outlet pass that just didn't happen.
Ume puts it in off the glass. 55-37 London lead. 20 seconds to go in the game. 1 second difference between the shot and the game clock. Manchester will keep this last possession. Jones working away inside off the glass. No good, but Bailey's there and can't get anything up. And Bailey having a discussion with the referee. And the ball will stay with Manchester. 5 seconds left in the quarter. Mystics need to get a shot up. Fonluki. Accra off the glass. Vanessa Accra gets the Mystics' last points of the quarter. And that will take us to half-time, where the London Lions have a 16-point lead, 55-39, with Cassie Breen leading scorers on 16 points in the game. So, Adam, what do the Mystics need to do in the second half? They need to come out firing.
They need to come out firing, but they need to keep their heads together. They need to not be intimidated by the scoreline and by this really, really strong Lions side. I was thinking that maybe the Mystics might have a slight edge in terms of energy levels. Like I said, it's been a lot of travel for London, but they're still going to be gassed from winning that final on Sunday. So maybe in the third quarter we start to see them feeling tired. Mystics go. That's what we'd like to see happen, obviously, as Mystics fans. But how good are London right now?
I mean, they're amazing to watch, aren't they? They're every bit as they've been billed this season. Because this is the first time they've been up in Manchester.
Yeah, believe the hype, people. London Lions ladies team are here, and they're scary.
They are first in the league, 8-1, one loss all season that came to Sevenoaks just last Wednesday in an amazingly close game.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked to a couple of players after the game who've just said that on any given night, any team can step up and beat any team. That's how competitive this league really is now. 16 points, it's that scoreline where we see this week in, week out, teams coming back from being down 16 points and going on to win games. So Mystics have just got to come out in the second half, focused and ready to give them a game.
Okay, so just before we take a break, we would like to ask you to please like and subscribe to the Manchester Mystics YouTube channel. All the home games are on there this season. We're back here next Wednesday against Durham at 5 p.m. And please make sure to check out their Instagram at @MCRMystics_WBBL. And please also check out the Bondi Bowls website, Bondi Bowls UK on Instagram, and bondibowls.co.uk is their website. Those guys are on Uber Eats and Deliveroo, and they are delivering around Manchester, around the city centre, and they will present our Bondi Bowls MVP Mystics Player of the Game.
You can also check out Focus Hoops, which cover all things women's basketball, the Kaz and Dash show. And if you want to hear 4 guys or sometimes 5 guys that like to argue a lot, get into some controversial discussions over the game, you can head over to the Below the Rim podcast, where you can join myself, Pabs, Io and Josh Bett, and I'm at Brom161.
So thank you for staying with us. We will be back in 12 minutes time, which will be just at 6 p.m. And we'll be back with you guys then for the second half.
I was drawn to studying sport management at Manchester Met.
Manchester is a global city of sport, and it's very modern, very upcoming.
I fell in love with the city as soon as I came to visit it, and straight away I knew it was the place for me. The benefits of studying sports management in Manchester is the vast amount of sporting venues in the city, whether that be like the Aquatic Centre or Manchester City or Man United.
The Taekwondo World Championships, I was given a great opportunity to volunteer in those championships, and it was a great experience. I could use my knowledge from the course to be put in real life experiences.
The teaching support at Manchester Met is generally just above and beyond. The lecturers at Manchester Met are always there ready to give you that extra helping hand.
They come from a diversity of not only industries but locations as well. We've got teachers from all over the world, from different sectors like events, policy making. That's really, really great.
I would definitely recommend Manchester Met due to the city that it's in. It's great, like even in my third year I'm still finding new places every day.
I started to realise that Manchester Met wasn't just giving you a degree or setting you up to go down the same linear route. You learn to have a lot of confidence in yourself and trust in your own ability. And I think at Manchester Met you learn how to learn. That confidence sets you up for a career.
Halfway through the second quarter, I didn't know. I had to keep updating the team after every score, but the timer keeps going, so that's fine.
Right, I'll send you one of my commercials. Hey, are you? Are you? Alright, I'll tell you what.
This is Manchester, a city with a global reputation for sporting excellence. Home to a host of truly world-class sports teams, athletes and facilities, and a network of pioneering hospitals and public health initiatives. Opening in 2022, the Manchester Metropolitan University Institute of Sport will bring together the university's leading sport research, innovative teaching and prestigious partnerships. Our courses, co-created with industry, span a range of specialisms, from science and healthcare to business and fashion, providing sport education opportunities unlike anywhere else in the UK. In our specialised laboratories, we will test the limits of human performance, from elite athletes to the general public. This includes an environmental chamber that simulates extreme temperatures and altitudes as we measure the body's responses. We will investigate how the body functions, from performing detailed scans of the brain, heart and joints, to assessing movement patterns and measuring bone quality, fat and muscle mass. World-class facilities for specialised research in musculoskeletal science and sports medicine. We will study the movement of people of all ages, at every level, and gain new insights to treat a range of health conditions, from diabetes and arthritis to dementia and Parkinson's. You will be trained to use cutting-edge equipment to model the forces working through the bodies of athletes, patients and classmates, gaining hands-on practical experience of human anatomy, physiology and nutrition. Next door in our computer labs, you will use high-tech software to analyse data in real time to understand how the body moves and responds to exercise. Our modern interactive seminar rooms move away from traditional lecture theatres to provide a versatile open space that facilitates blended group learning and the sharing of ideas. Our approach to teaching encourages creativity and collaboration, supported by interactive technology for higher level teamwork. This is the Institute of Sport. For sports innovation, for students, for Manchester. Manchester Metropolitan University Institute of Sport, opening 2022.
I'll play pregame next. I need someone that scored. Yeah, and then I fixed it around like 5, 45. Figuring out. Oh yeah, for sure.
Get your hula hoop out or your skipping rope, anything that grabs your fancy, just as long as you're having fun. My name's Jen. I live here in London with my husband and my 2 children. The kids come out and run around with me, we play around outside, and cycling them to school in the box bike is actually a really great way to stay active because they're so heavy and the bike's so heavy. I think it's really important for them to see, oh yeah, being active is a part of our lifestyle. It's just not some discrete thing where we go off to the gym and something happens and then we come back again. We're just fit every day. I started aerial silks because, well, if you could do any activity, what would you actually do? And I thought, do you know what? I really fancy climbing those silks like pink. I mean, that looks amazing. And I found a place and I thought, I'm just going to try it. If I totally suck, if it's complete rubbish, at least I tried it. Find something that you think is going to be crazy fun. You're not doing it to be the best. You're doing it because you enjoy it and it makes you feel good.
This is Manchester, a city with a global reputation for sporting excellence. Home to a host of truly world-class sports teams, athletes and facilities, and a network of pioneering hospitals and public health initiatives. Opening in 2022, the Manchester Metropolitan University Institute of Sport will bring together the university's leading sport research, innovative teaching and prestigious partnerships. Our courses, co-created with industry, span a range of specialisms, from science and healthcare to business and fashion, providing sport education opportunities unlike anywhere else in the UK. In our specialised laboratories, we will test the limits of human performance, from elite athletes to the general public. This includes an environmental chamber that simulates extreme temperatures and altitudes as we measure the body's responses. We will investigate how the body functions, from performing detailed scans of the brain, heart and joints, to assessing movement patterns and measuring bone quality, fat and muscle mass. World-class facilities for specialised research in musculoskeletal science and sports medicine. We will study the movement of people of all ages, at every level, and gain new insights to treat a range of health conditions, from diabetes and arthritis to dementia and Parkinson's. You will be trained to use cutting-edge equipment to model the forces working through the bodies of athletes, patients and classmates, gaining hands-on practical experience of human anatomy, physiology and nutrition. Next door in our computer labs, you will use high-tech software to analyse data in real time to understand how the body moves and responds to exercise.
We're getting ready for the second half between the London Lions and the Manchester Met Mystics. London currently leading Manchester 55-39, and London coming off that big trophy final win on Sunday against Nottingham. Doesn't seem to have slowed them down, if anything, seems to have given them more energy.
No, it doesn't, and obviously at half-time we've had a chance to look at the stats and rebounds. It's like we've been saying, Mystics have got to crash the boards on both ends of the court. They really need to be getting these rebounds. What did we say it was, 15-30, London?
Yeah.
So, yeah, second half, Hannah Shaw's come up big tonight. She's on 10 points, and obviously she's the main big, so she's going to have to cross the boards this half. Vanessa Acra also. But I think it should be a great second half.
It should. Looking at the points in the quarters, so London took a 16-point lead in the first quarter, 32-16, but both teams 23 points in the second. So that's going to be something that Manchester are going to take as a positive.
Yeah. I think this quarter is the crucial one for Manchester. They have to draw it back now. They can't wait until the fourth quarter if they're going to rally. It's kind of now or never against a team like London. You've got to give them a scare and see if you can bring that lead down a little bit.
So we are underway for the second half. Beckford Norton driving the lane, gets all the way to the basket and drops it in. Song looking to answer back, passes out. And Song's alone for three, no good. And Breen slows it down a little bit. Ume! And a nice little floater. 59-39, 20-point London lead. Fonglu Key drives, Song's baseline jumper is good. 7 points for Sophia Song. Manchester really looking to cut into this lead. Von Luki. Song. His pass inside is broken up, and Leonard to Ume. Ume drops it in. 10 points on the board for Stephanie Ume. Seconds to shoot for Manchester. This London defence is really strong. Accra's driving against Ume. Puts it up, no good. Ball somehow stays inside. And it will be a 24-second violation. Another for Manchester in this game. Some of the defence that we've seen from London this game has been really impressive.
Scary.
Kennedy Leonard, 7 assists in the ball game so far. Six to shoot for London. Breen, double teamed. Tries to kick it out. 2.3 seconds left. London will get the ball and look to get a shot off. We have a timeout first of all, so that will be a London timeout. And we will be back with you shortly.
I just want to speak briefly about the tough job that the referees have. Jade and Paul, who are regular referees for the Mystics here, both very experienced referees, but one thing that came up over the weekend was that in the WBBL final there was 3 referees, but we're seeing mainly in championship games only 2 refs, and it's such a tough job for them. I mean, having that extra set of eyes is the difference. So it's hard for them when obviously both coaches, both teams are going at them. The 2 people and not 3. And that's something that I really hope going forward gets addressed. And I understand that we were talking about on Below the Rim last night. There's not enough referees to go around, but as this league gets stronger and the players get better and better, as we see every year, they've got to support the referees as well.
Yeah, completely. It's a tough job.
It's a really tough job. Who'd want to be a ref? But both Jade and Paul, they've been refereeing a long time at all levels, very experienced, very good referees, but they can only do what they do. So I just wanted to give a shout out to Jade and Paul because they do a great job.
Yeah, absolutely. So teams back on court. London looking to score. Kennedy Leonard at the buzzer. Short to Accra from the line. And Leonard is going to take it all the way, puts it up, gets the roll, and the foul. Kennedy Leonard with an opportunity for a 3-point play.
She is no joke. She's no joke. Kennedy Leonard is in that bracket that we keep talking about as being the future of GB basketball. As the ladies team, as we know, there's a lot of veterans in there. GB under 20. She's had Euro Cup experience over in Germany. She's a serious ball player. So she's in this generation as Jade Babam comes into the game. She's in this generation of great future GB players.
And Leonard will knock down the 3-point play at the line. So 9 points in the game for Kennedy Leonard. 7 assists so far. 67-41, London lead. As Manchester really trying to get something going on the offensive end. Georgia Jones drives to the basket. No good, but Hannah Shaw's there. And Jones is on the floor. So we will just take a break to check she's okay. And as we take a break in play, don't forget to like and subscribe to the Manchester Mystics YouTube channel. We will be showing all the home games for the rest of the season, and we'll be back here next Wednesday against Durham at 5 o'clock.
I'm kind of liking this midweek game. It's nice having a midweek ball game. I quite like. I know that the reason for it isn't ideal, but looks like Georgia took a hit. I didn't see the play, but she sort of went down. I think she's pulling towards her neck.
I mean, as Hannah Shaw said, at the moment she's enjoying the 2 games a week. She said maybe ask me again in another 2 weeks, but for the moment she's liking it. So we will just take a quick break while Georgia gets some attention on the floor.
She looks like she's okay. Takes more than a bad hit to take Georgia Jones out.
I mean, she's a tough player.
She's tough.
But she will take a seat.
Yeah, I thought she was going to stay in the game, but that's just Georgia Jones for you. Why do I need to sit down? I'm okay.
So Rosie Hines will come into the game and Georgia will take a seat. 67-41, London lead. And Trett is in the game for London for the first time today. Green inside to Robinson. Robinson to Leonard. Leonard driving. And out to Trett for 3. No good. Manchester come away with the ball, looking to cut into this deficit. Backing up in the post, inside to Bailey, and we'll have a jump ball. So that will stay with Manchester. London on the break, 3-on-2. Leonard, and loses control a little bit, out to Trett. Trett. Back to Leonard, and Robinson with a nice little move inside. Leonard drives and passes off, too strong. And that will be a foul call on Rhiann Bailey, the Mystics' first of this quarter. Foul number 3 on Rhiann Bailey. Clocker comes into the game and Ume will take a seat for London. Trett pulls up for 3. That's no good. Looked like it was about to drop. And another turnover for Manchester. Leonard working against Hines. Leonard passes out to Breen. Breen driving inside. We'll put it up and that won't go. Bailey fighting for the rebound for Manchester. Naylor's alone in the corner. Drives the baseline and we'll get the foul call. And that will be a foul on Cassie Breen, her second. And Georgia Jones is back in the ball game. Shaking off the fall from before. Acra will sit down, and Mia Bratka comes into the game from Manchester. Naylor's inbound, no good. So London get the ball back and look to increase their lead. Voronova driving, passes. And Robinson is fouled as she tries to get the shot up, so she will go to the line. First basket's good for Robinson. So is the second. 12 points for Paige Robinson. (69-41) London lead. Bratka to Hines. And pass back is just too short. Breen pulls up, no good. But Robinson's there for the rebound. And Bailey manages to save it for Manchester. And I think we'll have a foul call. We will have a timeout. Timeout Manchester. So London with an 18-point lead. 28-point lead, sorry.
Yeah, it's one of them where you look up at the scoreboard and go, yeah, it's 28 points. No, it's like I was saying, the Mystics needed to try and bring this down in the third quarter. I mean, we're still only halfway through the third, really. A couple of big baskets to bring it in a bit, but they're not going to want to get blown out, that's for sure. This London team are just riding high still from the weekend, obviously. They don't show any signs of slowing down.
14-2 run in this quarter for London.
So it's a bit like I was saying before, somebody needs to sort of get hot on offense, hit some baskets, and just try and get something going. It's good to see Rosie Hines back in the game. Like I said before, I really want to see more of Rosie Hines. I think she brings a lot of energy to the team, a lot of hustle. Great ball handler as well. She almost had the great assist back there as well.
Yeah, she can come on and just spark something.
Yeah.
So as the teams come back onto the floor, we have 4 minutes 32 left in the third quarter. Manchester trying to cut the deficit. Jones pulls up for three, and that's good! Georgia Jones! Voronova pass tip to Bratka. Jones pulls up, and that's good! Back-to-back baskets from Georgia Jones. Voronova guarded by Hines. 12 on the shot clock. Hines comes up with a steal. Jones is there, pulls up for three. Georgia Jones!
See what we say about that spark coming back there. Georgia Jones has just gone, no, I'm not being blown out by nobody in my house.
8 straight points for Georgia Jones in a minute. Beckford Norton pulls up, tries to cut the Manchester run, and she will go to the line.
Manchester defence coming out a bit more intense there as well. Some great work from Mia Bratka. And then Rosie Hines comes up with a steal as well. That's what we need, defensive intensity like that, and we see what happens.
Yeah, it's something they've been working on all season.
Yeah, definitely. And once the defence kicks in, it sparks the offence. So let's hope this is the start of a good run.
Beckford Norton hits the first free throw. And the second. 8 points for Beckford Norton in the game. As Janae comes in for London for the first time. GB under 16 player. And Georgia Jones passes off to Hines. Jones drives, passes to Accra. Too strong to Helen Naylor in the corner, and Manchester will turn it over. And they're the kind of mistakes Manchester just can't afford to make.
Yeah, Vanessa knows she messed up slightly there, but once Manchester get this beautiful passing basketball that
they do going. Janae pulls up for three, and that's no good. Quite a physical game going on here today.
Very much. Great pass.
Accra calls for it. Bracker's there, and she will get the foul call and go to the line.
But that's what we're talking about, the Mystics passing basketball. Once they start getting the ball around the perimeter and then inside.
Mia Bracker's first shot is good, and Bracker playing in her first WBBL season.
Yeah, I mean, Mia's stepped up. She's another hustler. She'll come in and just work hard.
She knocks down the second. That will put the London lead to 18 points. So a 10-point run from Manchester. Janae thinking about it, drives, puts in a tough baseline jumper.
That was a Larry Bird type shot from behind the backboard. Wow.
And takes the London lead back to 20. Jones pulls up for three. That one's no good. And Goranova is fouled as she drives to the basket. First basket's good. And so is the second. That'll be 5 points for Goranova in the game. 75-53, Lions lead. London all over Vanessa Accra as she tries to get a shot off. And Jade Maban will come into the game for Manchester. Georgia Jones will take a seat with a minute and a half remaining in the third.
Of course, Vanessa Accra, a Londoner herself.
I think she was rooting for the Lions on Sunday, maybe not so much today.
She put out that great tweet saying, "Good day for London fans." 6 on the shot clock. Bracker inside. And turnover Manchester. Beckford Norton powering the other way. Drives all the way to the basket. Too much power on that shot off the glass, but she will go back to the line. That was a great pass from Rosie Hines, though.
Bullet pass
don't you just hate it when a beautiful assist like that ends up as an incomplete play?
You want to see it on the highlights?
Yeah.
And that will be a foul on Mia Bracker, her second, which takes Mystics to the limit. Two of two from the line for Beckford Norton. And puts the London league back up to 24. minute to go in the quarter, and Manchester really looking to try and get something going. Take some momentum going into the fourth. The bam to Accra. Accra on the baseline. Jumper's short. Ume's calling for it under the basket. No, reverse layup, but that won't go. But she will go to the line. Neither of the free throws will drop for Ume, but ball will stay with London, so they'll get a chance for another possession with 45 seconds left. Beckford Norton pulls up. Jumper's no good, and Bracker grabs the rebound for Manchester. And pass just too strong from Hines to Naylor, so another turnover for Manchester. 33 seconds on the clock. Lavinia pulls up, but that's no good. 22 seconds. Bracker's a bit of a miscommunication on the Manchester side, and London will take the last possession as the clock runs down. 13 seconds to go. Ume with a crossover and drive. That won't drop. Ume's there, banks it in. And that will be a 79-53 London lead as we finish the third quarter. Cassie Breen leading all scorers with 16, and Georgia Jones for Manchester with 15 points. We will take a quick break and we'll be back with you in a minute. London with a 28-point lead. And London are back in action this weekend. They will be playing Cardiff on the Saturday at 3:15, and then they will be playing Caledonia on Sunday at 1 p.m. Manchester take on Leicester on Saturday, and they are back here in the National Basketball Performance Centre next Wednesday against Durham at 5 p.m. And you can catch that game on the Manchester Met Mystics YouTube channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will be bringing you all the home games for the rest of the season. So London will retain possession as we open the fourth quarter. Kuzmanovic pulls up. That's no good. But Janae's there for the rebound. Clock Clocker from the shoulder. That's no good. Three to shoot. And a big basket from Lavinia. Jones drops it inside to Bailey. Bailey's pull-up jumper's no good, and London will come roaring back. Kuzmanovic. Clocker's there. Kuzmanovic pulls up again. That's no good. Naylor passes inside to Jones. And Bailey will pull up for three. That one's short. Manchester having trouble from the behind the line today. Leonard to Lavinia. Lavinia for three. No good. London's bench willing that one to go in for her. Bailey drives but loses control. Jones to Fong Lu Ki, and she's fouled as she tries to get to the basket. Timeout London, as the Lions take an 82 to 51 point lead with 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. If you're in Manchester City Centre, don't forget to check out Bondi Bowls UK on Instagram, and those guys are on Uber Eats and Deliveroo, delivering Aussie-inspired, gluten-free, plant-based bowls to your door in Manchester. And they will be also bringing us the Manchester Mystics MVP of the game. So drop us a comment, let us know who's been your Mystics player of the game so far.
I want to see Hannah Shaw come back into the game, because when she's been in the game, she's been really effective. What's she on, 10 points?
10 points.
She's not really in foul trouble. Maybe Mystics are trying to go with the smaller, fast lineup right now, but
it would be good to see her come back on and get some, a presence inside. Having that inside presence is important.
And what people forget is, London are an intimidating team, but Hannah Shaw's an intimidating player to go up against. She's tall, she's got that long reach. At the end of the day, she's a seasoned international basketball player. Sometimes, it's nice to see those big matchups there. So hopefully we get to see some more of Hannah Shaw in this quarter.
As Nicolette Fong Lu Ki is at the line for 2 free throws, she will make the first basket and the second. So 53-82 London lead. Kennedy Leonard controlling the offense for London. Leonard with 9.7 assists in the game. Clocker out to Lavinia. Lavinia for three. And a big shot from Lavinia. Jones pulls up for three. That's good. Georgia Jones answering straight back.
I want to talk about three-pointers.
Lavinia thinks about the three again. Passes back out. 3 on the shot clock. Kennedy pulls up. No good. Georgia Jones tries to go all the way. Nice pass inside to Akra. Can't quite hold onto it. And Leonard is answering back, driving. Gets the basket and the foul. Kennedy Leonard will be going to the line for the chance at a three-point play.
this London team can just do it all, can't they? They're not missing from outside, they're getting the ball inside. But Kennedy Leonard, she's firing tonight. I think that we're seeing a London Lions team that are going to be one of the dominant forces in the WBBL going forwards. They're going to be giving teams like Nottingham and Leicester a good run for your money.
And they have a lot of really good young players as well that play together, they're coming up together. That's really a key to building.
Absolutely, it's that nice mix of veterans and young players as well.
So Leonard completes the 3-point play, and that will take us to 12 points in the game. 88-56, Lions lead. So Song inbounds to Jones. Leonard guarding Jones. Acker into Song, and Song loses it. Lavinia pulls up for 3 again. No good that time.
That's one of the highest starts on a 3-point shot I've ever seen.
That will be a foul call on Clocker as Song drives to the basket. Timeout, Manchester.
Yeah, Lavinia's threes, the arc on that shot, unbelievable.
I think it nearly hit the roof.
Yeah, I think it did. Came down with snow on it.
It's working for her though.
Yeah.
Just really struggling on the boards today, Adam. 46-26 rebounds. What can they do going forward? So
It's this thing we talk about every game. It's rebounding. This is where Mystics just need to figure something out, because you've got Hannah Shaw, you've got Vanessa, you've got Mia Bratka that'll pull, but then Georgia Jones will pull down 12 rebounds in a game. Maybe it's nice to see Dominique Allen on the bench today, so she's gonna give some rebounds.
Acker puts it up. Nice basket from Vanessa Acker. Leonard kicks it out. But Trett is there to scoop up the errant ball and puts it in. All players for London on the scoreboard today, and that's what you love to see when some of the younger players are on. Naylor for 3. That shot's no good. Leonard, Kuznovic pulls up, too short. And foul called on Helen Naylor. Oh, apologies. That was called on Lavinia for London. That will be London's 4th foul of the quarter. So London with a 32-point lead, 5.5 minutes left. Jones controlling the offense for Manchester. Song shoots the 3. That's no good. And Acker and Leonard fighting for the rebound, but Vanessa Acker will be called for the foul. Lavinia and Fong Lu Ki getting tangled up inside. be a holding foul on Lavinia, her third. And that will send Manchester to the line as London are on 5 fouls for the quarter.
Just looking at some foul trouble for the Mystics. We've got Nicolette Fonluki, Georgia Jones and Rhianne Bailey all on 4 fouls.
Fonluki's first shot is good. And the second. And Manchester retained possession. I think we had a technical foul there. Song looking for some help. Jones for 3. Jones's shot's no good. And London come firing back. Leonard inside. Clocker can't finish it. But Fonluki's on the break, puts it up, and that's good. Nicolette Fonluki. Tret pulls up for 3. Shot short. Jones nearly had it stolen away. Puts the 3 up, and that won't drop. Leonard to Breen. Back to Leonard, pulls up for 3. That's short. Tret is driving in for the rebound. Fonluki all the way to the basket. Nicolette Fonluki drops it in. 12 points for Nicolette. And that cuts London's lead to 26. Maybe just too late for Manchester.
Yeah, with 3:25 left on the clock, you're thinking the game's gone, but Mystics are going to want to make sure that it's not a complete blowout, so. It's a bit of a smile there between Georgia and Helen Naylor. Sometimes when you know it's just not, it's one of those nights, you just gotta smile.
And Manchester will be back in action this Saturday against Leicester. Played them here a few weeks ago. Played a really good game. It was.
Yeah, I mean it was one of the 2 games where Manchester played a great first 3 quarters and then just went out in the 4th. So maybe we get to see them take the dub this time. They certainly gave Leicester a game.
They did. Hannah Shaw comes back into the game for Manchester. Green working against Jones, puts the 3 up, and that will be no good. Fonluki driving, kicks to Hannah Shaw. Hannah Shaw, that's can't get it to drop. Green's pass intercepted. Song pulls up for 3. That shot's no good. Accra looking to take the charge, but I think we'll have a blocking foul called. So that will be foul number 3 on Vanessa Accra from Manchester. .2:26 to go left in the game. 26-point London lead. To Robinson. Can't finish. Manchester swinging the ball around outside. Inside to Shaw. Shaw's shot off the glass short. She gets her own rebound. 10 to shoot. Jones for 3. No good, but Song looks like she may have had a hand on it. So that will be a foul on Robinson. and Song will go to the line. Sophia Song on 7 points in the war game. Can she add 2 to that now? And she goes 1 of 2 to the line, 8 points to Sophia Song. Guarded by Jones. Breen pulls up for 3. That's good. Cassie Breen with another big 3 in the game. Jones. That shot's good. Georgia Jones answering back. 20 points for Georgia Jones. That will be foul number 5 on Nicolette Fong-Loo-Kee, who will foul out of the game. So Jade Mabam comes in for Nicolette with 1 minute 20 to go. Voronova. Stolen by Georgia Jones. Jones pulls up. 3 spins down. And we have just about a minute to go as Ume drives, puts it up. Oh, ball pulls down and gets her own rebound. Can't get it to fall, but London will come away with it. And that will be a foul call against London on Ume. So Sophia Song back at the line. One point for Sophia Song. And can't make the second. 9 for Song in the game. 45 seconds to go in the quarter. As Breen gets fouled and she will go to the line.
So we have a question from David Smith on the YouTube feed there, asking how many GB players are on the Manchester team. So where do we start? On the court right now we have Georgia Jones and Hannah Shaw. Over on the bench we have Dominique Allen and Nicolette Fong-Loo-Kee. All 4 of those players with silver medals at the Commonwealth Games. Dominique of course played for GB in the Olympics in 2012 as well.
And Chantel Charles obviously for London playing in the GB squad this year.
And then on the youth side, you've got Jade Mabam there, who's played at under 18s level. Kennedy Leonard.
15 seconds to go in the game. London moving the ball around. 1 second difference shot and game clock. Shrek pulls up for 3. And Manchester will take the last possession of the game with 5.9 seconds left. Yeah, a lot of GB talent.
Yeah. It just shines through on both teams. But yeah, Manchester obviously very lucky to this is 4 GB legends really. I mean, Dominique, Hannah, Nicolette and Georgia, they've been there, done it, got the t-shirt and got the medal. But tough night for Mystics tonight, 95-68. It just wasn't clicking for them, was it? No one kind of got hot, and you know, Georgia Jones went on a bit of a run there, but you know, even Georgia couldn't quite pull it back.
Yeah, and they'll be looking to bounce back against Leicester on Saturday, and then back here again against Durham next Wednesday.
I mean, the big focus now has got to be the championship, and landing a good playoff spot.
Mystics currently sat in 5th position.
They're in 5th place
5
and a few games behind as well. They've not played as many games as a lot of the other teams in the league. So, they've still got a chance to, it would almost be criminal if this team didn't come up with silverware at some point. Just with the depth of the squad and the amount of talent out there. I know there's a few people, rooting for the Mystics who aren't necessarily in Manchester, but just because, it's a tight group of friends that are in that GB setup. So I know that they're getting a lot of support from other teammates around the world as well.
So that will do it for today's game. 95-68 London over Manchester. Leading the way for Manchester was Georgia Jones with 20 points and Nicolette Fong-Lee with 12. Cassie Breen had 21 for London, and all players on the board for the London Lions, which is great to see. So don't forget to like and subscribe to the Manchester Mystics YouTube channel. We'll be bringing you all the home games for the rest of the season. And make sure to follow them on Instagram at MCRMystics_WBBL. And make sure to follow Bondi Bowls UK on Instagram and check those guys out on Uber Eats and Deliveroo. And we will be bringing you the Bondi Bowls Mystics MVP Player of the Game on the Brand 161 YouTube channel. Thanks for joining us, and we will be back here next Wednesday.